They give up about 68.5 a game, 42% from the floor, less than 30% from three-point range, and about 16 turnovers a game.
Well, that much size, you don't need to shoot too many threes. If you just got one player that you can put out on the perimeter to help out, that's probably all they need.
Well, as much as they talk about 6'9", Hans Miersma, you've got to watch where Alex Carnes is. He is really putting up some impressive numbers and is definitely a key to the success, especially on offense, of this Gordon College team. So a pretty good challenge here for the Salve Seahawks if they want to stay near the top of the standings right now in the Commonwealth Coast Conference standings. Salve, Eastern Nazarene, Endicott, and Nichols. 4 of them are all 4-1. And right behind them, Wentworth and Gordon, each with 3-2 records. Nobody else is over 500 in the rest of the conference.
Yeah, that goes down to 8 teams down, at the top of the bracket. So it's going to be bunched up all year long. And just like we mentioned with the girls standing, every game is a big game.
Exactly. All right, we're getting close to the opening of this game, starting lineups, etc. So we'll take a brief timeout here and come back with you at the Rogers Recreation Center on the campus of Salve Regina University. It's all on WADK and WADK.com.
Wake up weekday mornings with Bob Angel and the
to get ready for this matchup between the Gordon men and the Salve men. And a few more people have joined the crowd over there in the bleachers.
Yeah, some Gordon fans too. There for the men's. Well, they got more than 8.
Starting things off, Taylor Badgema introduced here for the Gordon Scots, 6'4" junior from Whitensville, Mass. Next out of the gate is 6'3" senior Luke Hamilton out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. Here comes Park Thomas, 6' senior guard from Scottsdale, Arizona, followed by Jason Dempsey, 6'6" sophomore Jason Dempsey. And then the big guy, 6'9" junior Hans Miersma of Whitensville, Mass. as well. Now for the Seahawks of Salve Regina University. Starting it off is Patrick Deneen, the 6'2" senior from Medfield, Mass. Isaiah Pringle waiting to greet him at the end of the corridor. Then it's Barrett Hanlon, 5'10" sophomore from Hopkinton, Mass. Then Jeff Bielefeld, one of the captains, 6'4" out of Littleton, Mass. Nick Bates, and rounding out the starters was Josh Hofelder. So there's your starting and shorter starting 5, if you will, the Salve. And most people are shorter than Gordon College this year. All right, we're going to take a timeout right here, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the start of this game between Gordon and Salve Regina on WADK and WADK.com. Stay with us.
The Open Forum with Dave Rogers, weekday afternoons at
Plus, vinyl LPs are back at the Music Box, 160 Thames Street, downtown Newport. Open every day and night.
All right, man. The stats program might not be working.
Oh, good.
You're back.
Okay, thank you. Just listening to the music and getting lost there for a moment. All right. Both teams taking the center circle. Of course, Hans Miersma will be jumping center for Gordon, and Jeff Bielefeld, who is a terrific leaper, is in the middle as well. See if he can steal this one away. Salve in the home whites, Gordon in the road blues, dark blue, and they win the opening tap. Mark Thomas goes to work for the Scots. They come around to Badgema. Taylor Badgema, guarded by Patrick Deneen. Get it out high to Park Thomas between the circles. Nick Bates on him. Now they go left side of the big man, Hans Miersma. Miersma now looking for help. Gets it to, I forgot him already. It's I'll tell you in a second. Here's a jumper by the mystery man, and that is Jason Dempsey, who scores right away for Gordon. About a 12-foot jumper right there. Gordon brings it back. Salve brings it back against Gordon. Barrett Hanlon has it right now, guarded by Park Thomas. Jeff Bielefeld out high in the corner. Nick Bates goes baseline. Right up and throws it around and in. Nice job, Nick Bates.
Well, good penetration that time, and he beat his man. No weak side help.
Gordon comes back the other way. Work it down to the big man, Hans Miersma. He's going to drop it in softly for an easy layup.
Well, he tried to three-quarter him, and he sealed him off just too easy.
Barrett Hanlon will bring it back the other way. Park Thomas picks him up, and they work it around to Patrick Deneen. Now down low to Jeff Bielefeld against Hans Miersma in the lane. Throws it up, has it deflected, and it'll go off one of the Scots, and Salve will put it in play over the baseline.
That could be a tough matchup for Bielefeld against Miersma, but, he also could get some fouls on him with his quickness.
Ball comes flipped into Josh Holfelder to Jeff Bielefeld. Right side of the lane, they work it around to Nick Bates. Drops it down low to Patrick Deneen. Double team, back to Bates. He'll take a three. In and out. Rebound, Taylor Badgema. Mark Thomas on the run. Gives it up on the wing. They drop it down low for Miersma, working against Bielefeld. Double team, so they go in the lane for Dempsey's easy lay-in.
Wow, two big players in there. Dempsey just dropped down the lane. They doubled down on Miersma, and he just dumped it off.
Jason Dempsey, 6'6" in there, along with the 6'9" Miersma. Here's Bielefeld going left side of the lane. Flicked away by Hans Miersma.
Well, that's block number one. We might even keep track of them today, Bob.
All right, Barrett Hanlon's going to put it in play, and from underneath his basket, he gets it to Patrick Deneen. Deneen to Hanlon in the left corner. Make that the right corner. I'll make it the left corner. I get my lefts and rights all mixed up. Salve working it around. Nick Bates has it, goes in toward the lane, and has it blocked away by Hans Miersma.
Yeah, nice movement of the ball in the perimeter, but once they get by there, man, they've got to deal with the big number 35 in the middle. That's 2 blocks out of 3 shots.
Inbounds pass comes to Josh Holfelder. They work to the left corner to Barrett Hanlon. Shot clock's going down, so Deneen has a shot block. Gets it back, goes in the lane, and travels, trying to make his move to the basket.
Yeah, good ball pressure by Gordon. That time Deneen trying to take a long three with the shot clock going down, and he had no chance of getting that off.
So Park Thomas will bring it back, and Gordon's out to a 6-2 lead with the ball. Angles off toward the left side. Guarded closely by Barrett Hanlon. Here's Park Thomas barking out the signs, signals, instructions. Goes right corner to Badgema. Badgema looking, waiting, dribbles it out of trouble, gets it back to Park Thomas. Working it around, Thomas keeps the dribble alive. Resets, gets between the circles. Shot clock at 5. Thomas in the lane, stops, pops outside the lane, no good. Up high for the rebound is Barrett Hanlon, but he bounced it off the baseline, and this will be a Gordon ball.
That's the first missed shot by Gordon. They've had 3 for 3 going into that, and Salve just 1 for 5, but 3 of them have been blocked.
Park Thomas will put it in play, flips it out to Hans Miersma, 6'9" target. Thomas at the foul line, goes on the wing to Luke Hamilton for a 3, short. Comes down to Mearsma, though, and he'll put it up and in.
It was just a rebound by accident that time, but it paid off.
8-2 is the Gordon lead. Nick Bates at the other end, passing back and forth with Hanlon. Now to Patrick Deneen on the right side. Bielefeld has it up high, goes to Nick Bates, going right toward the basket, and he's going to be fouled as he tries to put it up. Looked like Luke Hamilton might have been the guilty party there.
Number 10, yes, Hamilton. What they did that time is they sent Bielefeld up to the foul line area, which took the big guy away, and he wasn't able to help out on that defensive stand.
So at the line is Nick Bates to shoot a couple of free throws. 6'4" freshman from Danvers, Mass. Only 52% at the free throw line this season. Gets the first one and has one more coming. Nick making his presence known here in his freshman season. Second free throw on the way. Also good.
Salve coming right to a little 1-2-2 press.
Gordon, Taylor Badgema. Gets it in the hands now of Hamilton. Gets it up court to Mearsma. Here's Park Thomas taking control. Wants to head toward the baseline. Gets shut off by Barrett Hanlon. And there's a steal by Patrick Deneen. Going all the way down the court. Gets bumps by Luke Hamilton. Patrick Deneen's headed to the line, and Hamilton's got his second personal.
Nice job that time by Deneen. He overplayed the pass. They had the ball to Biesmer on the left wing, and his pass back out, he just overplayed it and got the steal.
Patrick Deneen steps to the line for a pair of shots. 6'2" senior from Medfield, Mass. is a 65% free throw shooter. First one's looking good. One more to come. In comes Alex Carnes. Out goes Luke Hamilton for Gordon. With Patrick Deneen at the line with one more free throw. Second one is no good. Mearsma hauls it down. 8-5 is the Gordon lead. Park Thomas in control as he has been for the past 3 years at the point. Here is Alex Carnes, tightly guarded by Deneen. Park Thomas gets it back on the left wing. Looking, waiting, looking for some kind of help. He's guarded closely by Bates and finally gives it up to Dempsey. Dempsey gives it back. Thomas going right side now, picked up by Bielefeld. Works away around him, drops it down from Mearsma, turns in the lane, puts up a soft left-handed shot, drops right home.
Nice pass by Park Thomas that time and down into Bielefeld. Salve did an initially great job defensively, but they score.
10-5 is the Gordon lead. Here's Hanlon driving the right side. Fakes, goes up and in as he got Mearsma to commit early and had an easy lay-in.
Yeah, good ball fake. Mearsma doesn't usually leave his feet, but he did that time and gave him the layup.
At the other end, it's Gordon with the ball. Carnes gives it up to Dempsey. They work down low. Working the baseline and spinning and hitting is Hans Mearsma.
It's tough. I mean, Bielefeld's doing the best job he can pushing him out, but once he turns, he's just about a foot away.
12-7. Salve down 5. Patrick Deneen with the ball. Gives it up to Bielefeld. Working near the free throw line. Left side to Barrett Hanlon on the wing. There is Bates. Back to Bielefeld. Back to Bates. They work the right side. Hanlon baseline. Working toward the basket. Throws it up and in.
Well, that's what we mentioned. He likes to go inside. That time he took his man baseline. Big guys are up top.
Down court. Taylor Badgema trying to drive toward the hoop is fouled by Nick Bates. Blocking foul called on Nick, his first foul. And in for Gordon comes Sam Johnson, the 6'6" freshman. More height for the Seahawks to deal with.
Yeah, they don't get smaller, they get bigger, Bob.
There is a drive by Badgema to the hoop, and it rolls around and drops in for Taylor Badgema.
Yeah, not a good start to Salve. All the baskets have been within about a foot of the basket, Bob.
Barrett Hanlon coming back the other way. And Patrick Deneen is got a bloody nose, and he's going to have to come off.
Have to change that shirt.
Got blood on his hand, blood on his jersey, and blood coming out of his nose. So Patrick will have to take a break here, and we'll get Chris O'Keefe to come in and give him a chance to recover from probably just an inadvertent hand to the face.
Still dripping.
14-9, Salve's behind. They got the ball. Patrick's also going to have to change his jersey because there's blood on it. All right, here is Josh Holfelder out high, giving it up to Nick Bates. Bates goes to Chris O'Keefe, now to Barrett Hanlon, three-point range. Backs it off to Holfelder. They work it around the perimeter to Bates. Bates to Bielefeld. Trying to draw the big man out, but it's not working. Down low, it's O'Keefe, triple team. Back to Holfelder, toward the lane. Gives it up to Bielefeld. Now Bates driving down left side, puts it up on the run, no shot, and the wall went in, but Nick Bates will have to
45 away.
not get that one.
No shot clock was running down, and Bates on that left wing just attacked his defender, and he got a call for the block.
Hans Meersma is off the court now because he had some blood on his arm that he had to get cleaned off. Barrett Hanlon's going to take a three. Missed it. Weak side rebound, Alex Carnes. Back the other way. Thomas on the run to Badgema. Taylor Badgema, three-point range. Hall brings it up, and they get it to Park Thomas in the left corner. At the free throw line, he turns and looks, takes the jumper instead. No good. Rebound, Chris O'Keefe. On the run, he's 1-on-2, so he's going to go right side and go right to the hoop and draw the contact.
A good strong move to Keith going to the basket. Kept his body between him and the defender, but for Gordon right now, they're 7 for 10 from the floor, and all 3 misses have been by Thomas, I'm sorry.
Park Thomas, yeah. Chris O'Keefe from Lexington, Mass. At the line, 6'2" sophomore. His first free throw is good. Chris now 5 of 10 at the free throw line. As we see Sean Roach come in for Gordon College. And Chris O'Keefe getting one more free throw, which is also good. Salve down 3. Park Thomas now working with Sam Johnson playing the low post. Ball in the hands now of Sean Roach. They work it around. Dempsey has it. Jason Dempsey to Park Thomas. And it goes to Alex Carnes. Off it goes. The shot from far out is no good. And that was by Sean Roach. Rebound Salve. Here is Barrett Hanlon trying to go baseline. Nothing there. He goes on the wing for Chris O'Keefe's 3, which is good.
Nice play by Hanlon. Penetrated, dish to the opposite corner. And O'Keefe has come in and got 5 quick points from Salve.
14-14. Salve's tied it up. Park Thomas looking at that Salve defense, and they're working out Alex Carnes working against O'Keefe. Turns, spins in the lane, and drops it in cleanly.
He faked like he was going to the middle, and that time turned baseline. Nice move.
At the other end, Nick Bates has it. Back to Barrett Hanlon, working over to Josh Hohlfelder. Hohlfelder back to Hanlon, almost lost it, keeps it. That's Scott St. Lawrence, not Hohlfelder is in there. Scott just snuck in there when I wasn't looking. He's in the right corner. Scott looking for something down low, gets it to Bielefeld. Bielefeld double team, but works his way toward the hoop and puts it up softly and misses it. Rebound underneath by Hanlon. Won't get the rebound to go, but he's earned a trip to the line.
Well, Josh Bielefeld was triple teamed down there, but he made a nice move to the middle. And of course, without the big guy, Meersma, he was able to go up and almost made a great move, and the ball spun out. Jason
Dempsey committed the foul to put Barrett Hanlon on the line for 2. First for Barrett is off the back rim, no good. Barrett, a 74% free throw shooter. Now Brendan Fowler comes in, and Jeff Bielefeld gets his first rest. And now for Gordon, in comes Dom Paradise, 6'5" freshman. Don't they have any short people on this team?
They haven't put him in yet.
One more free throw for Hanlon is good. Salve's down by a point, 16-15. The big man, Hans Meersma, is on the bench.
A little tape on his elbow, but I'm sure he'll be back.
Park Thomas trying to work to the right side. Lane is shut off. And a travel is made by Sean Roach.
Didn't know whether he wanted to take that 3 or drive, and he shuffled his feet. And a good call out there by Mr. Gibo.
So it'll be Salve ball right in front of their own bench. Scott St. Lawrence will put it in, wearing that knee brace that he's had on for a while.
We got knee braces, ankle tapes, blood splattered. It's only 6 minutes into the game.
Hanlon gives it up to big Brendan Fowler. Big man now gives it back to Chris O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking, working around to Hanlon. Down to Scott St. Lawrence, turning, bumped into, still keeps it, throws it up too strong. Rebound, Gordon.
That was a good attempt by Lawrence, but he was quadruple covered.
At the other end of the court, the fast break attempt is no good by Gordon. That was Dom Paradise, but Gordon got the rebound and also drew a foul.
Yeah, good transition that time. Got the rebound out, got it up the floor. And Thomas found him all alone underneath, but he wasn't able to make the shot.
Chris O'Keefe committed the foul. That's his first. Puts Alex Carnes on the line for a couple right here. His first free throw is good. Alex is a 6'4" senior from Phoenix, Arizona. One more here for Alex, and that one also good. Alex is a free throw shooter, is 62.5%. Looks better than that. All right, Barrett Hanlon brings it back. Salve's down 18-15. Hanlon goes to the right side of the lane. Now dishes off on the wing for Nick Bates' three. Front rim, no good. Easy rebound there for Gordon Sean Roach. Back comes Park Thomas. Thomas gets to the foul line, goes in the corner there for a shot that's no good. And O'Keefe comes down with a rebound. That was Dom Paradise taking the three. At the other end, Barrett Hanlon goes back to O'Keefe. Chris O'Keefe works it around to Scott St. Lawrence to Hanlon. Fakes the three. Now goes right to the baseline. Puts it up on the run and drives it on home.
Boy, is he strong going to the basket. That was from about 12 feet out. Powered it up. Nice move by Hanlon.
Salve down by one as Park Thomas brings it back for Gordon. Shut off by Hanlon very nicely. So they give it up and work it to Alex Carnes, who can shoot a three. They go to the high post to Johnson. Sam Johnson looking around, waiting, and gives it back. And underneath it's Alex Carnes to lay it up and in.
Well, all their shots have been in close, and they're all so strong and big.
Hanlon brings it back, gives it to Scott St. Lawrence. Back to Barrett. They work it around the perimeter to Bates. Back to Hanlon. He does not take the three. Brendan Fowler with it now, out high. He won't shoot from there. Gives it to Scott St. Lawrence on the right wing. Cross court it comes. O'Keefe takes a three. Yes, Chris O'Keefe.
That's his second three coming into this game. Wide open.
20-20 is the score now. Evened up here with about the midway point of the first half in progress. Alex Carnes to Park Thomas. Thomas beyond the arc on the left side. Gives it to Paradise. Down Paradise fakes the three. Goes right toward the lane. Puts it up on the run and lays it home.
You get a strong shot fake on a three-pointer. Got him committed and went right by him for a layup.
22-20 is the Gordon lead. Hanlon keeps it. Now gives it up to Nick Bates. Bates beyond the arc. Goes to the lane. Goes down the lane. Throws it up on the run. Bumps into Sam Johnson. Johnson gets called for the foul.
Well, he come off the screen and split the two defenders went down, and Johnson had to come over and foul him on the way to the hoop.
Going to put Nick Bates on the line for a couple. Got a whole bunch of substitutes waiting to come in here on both sides, mostly for Gordon. As Nick Bates steps back to the line, freshman's first free throw is good. Big man Hans Meersma is back for Gordon. Richie Armand is coming in for the first time. Jeff Bielefeld will come back for the Seahawks. Taylor Badgema in there for the Gordon Fighting Scots. And Josh Holfelder will come in, and Brendan Fowler will take a seat. Waiting to come in for Bates is Eric McKinnon, who had a nice game the other night off the bench. One more here for Nick Bates, trying to draw Salve even with 9:47 to go first half. And he does not. Ball rolls around and comes down to Alex Carnes. Richie Armand now working the point as he gives Park Thomas a rest for the first time. Goes in the corner to Paradise, right side. Now out high comes to Meersma. They work it around. Carnes has it. And there is Paradise driving the lane again, and he'll get this to go as Jeff Bielefeld was unsuccessful in drawing the charge.
Just can't stop that penetration inside. They're very strong. The inside game has been very positive for Gordon.
Tom Paradise, a freshman, making some nice moves to the hoop. 24-21 is the Gordon advantage. Jeff Bielefeld against the big man, throws it up, around, and in.
That's great play by Bielefeld. He's going against 6'8", goes into him, uses left shoulder to negate his jumping ability and lays it up.
Back at the other end, Paradise this time is shut off from the lane. And they work it around. Badgema has it. Now the big man. Now Alex Carnes at the free throw line. Puts up the jumper. Around and off. Fighting for the rebound. Jeff Bielefeld, of course.
Who else?
Up court comes Chris O'Keefe. Going down the left side of the lane. Dishes it off. Nick Bates is going to throw up a three and miss. Long rebound comes down to Alex Carnes. 24-23. Gordon with the lead. Richie Armand with the ball. Gives it up now to Taylor Badgema. Goes in the low post area. Carnes with a couple of moves. Spins. Misses. And Holfelder grabs the rebound. Back the other way come the Seahawks. Chris O'Keefe getting a lot of minutes. Filling in for Patrick Deneen, who came up with a bloody nose. Patrick's back out there now. And apparently they cleaned his jersey because he's still wearing number 4. O'Keefe has it in the left wing. Got it tightly by Armand. They work it around the perimeter to Patrick Deneen. Deneen goes to Jeff Bielefeld. Now Holfelder, bounce pass to Chris O'Keefe. Right side of the basket, moves toward the hoop. Pass underneath is deflected away by Gordon. And it goes off a Seahawk. Nick Bates takes a seat. Eric McKinnon comes in. Chris O'Keefe will get a rest.
Yeah, shot clock was winding down that time, and Bates trying to go to the hole. Just couldn't get the pass across the lane and deflected off his teammate's hands.
Barrett Hanlon got about a 1 minute rest. He's back out there now for Salve. And Richie Armand goes back to work for the Gordon offense. Taylor Badgema out high. Picked up by McKinnon. Badgema with the dribble. Still between the circles. Works it down low. Ball is handled by Dempsey. Dempsey, no room, so he gets it back out to Carnes. They work it around, looking to get it to Meersma, and they finally do against Bielefeld. Works his way back, turns, spins, throws it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Jeff Bielefeld grabs it again.
That's the first miss by Meersma. That's a great defense by Bielefeld.
Deneen's three, yes, on a feed from Eric McKinnon.
Good, get it up the floor quick, beat them before they can get to their half-court defense. And that's the third three for Salve in this first half.
26-24, Salve has their first lead. Alex Carnes nowhere to go, so they work it to Badgema, now to Richie Armand. Working against Eric McKinnon. Here's Carnes at the free throw line, drops it on the wing, left side. The jumper from there is good by Taylor Badgema.
Good ball movement, and Gordon's had a good day. Was that a two, Bob?
That was a two as far as I know. Oh, it was a three.
Yeah, I thought so.
It was a three. Okay, 27-26. Gordon has the lead back. Here's Barrett Hanlon now. Hanlon with the dribble, goes right side. Deneen wants to try another three. That's short. Carnes with another rebound. And here come the Scots. Up by a point, 27-26. 6:25 to go in the first half. Badgema driving down the right side of the lane, charges into Josh Hofelder, and will be called for the player control foul. Salve gets the ball back down by a point here.
How many turnovers in this first half? That was really one. I think that's only the third one on Gordon, and Salve's committed three. But so far, both teams executing well on offense. Salve just trying to get their shots off a little quicker in the shot clock.
All right, back come the Seahawks. Hofelder giving it up to Patrick Deneen. Deneen with the ball straight away between the circles. Eric McKinnon now. Nothing there, shut off. Well, Hofelder's in three-point range, doesn't take it. They work it around the perimeter. Deneen gives it back to Hofelder, back to Eric McKinnon. McKinnon to Hofelder. Time running out, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Deneen in the left corner. Bielefeld won't shoot from there. He drives down the lane, though, puts it up on the run. Batted away by Meersma.
Yeah, that time he had to shoot it, and there was no problem for Meersma.
At the other end, Alex Carnes trying to be a point guard, threw it away on the fast break. Salve got lucky on the Gordon turnover there.
Well, they had a 2-on-1 break, but he took the ball down the middle of the floor, 2-on-1, so he had no passing lane, and the defender was able to play both and force the turnover.
Barrett Hanlon bringing it up court, guarded by Richie Armand as he crosses the timeline and works it over to the right side to Patrick Deneen. Deneen to Bielefeld as they go around the perimeter left side, now to Hanlon. To the free throw line, right side of the lane, stops, throws it up, batted away by Meersma.
Well, Hanlon's had good success against both teams, any other the teams in the league, driving strong to the basket, but the weak side help now is 6'9", and he blocked that one away.
Park Thomas returns for Gordon. Chris O'Keefe back in for Salve, putting the ball in play and getting it out to Josh Hofelder between the circles. To Patrick Deneen, shut off in the lane very nicely and effectively, so it goes to Hofelder. He'll take a three. In and out, rebound. McKinnon had it for a moment, and there's a foul in the rebounding action. It's going to be on Gordon, and it's going to be on Park Thomas. That is the 8th foul on Gordon. Salve's only committed 2.
Yeah, I mean, and Salve doing a good job of being aggressive and taking it strong, but unfortunately for Salve, not too many fouls on Meersma.
Meersma. And at the line is Barrett Hanlon. And he hits the front end of a 1-and-1 to give himself one more. We're tied at 27. Gordon started off with an 8-2 run to begin the game, but since then, Salve's been battling them pretty even. Second free throw, front rimmed it, no good. 27-27, Park Thomas at the other end. Keeps his dribble alive, now goes to Alex Carnes. They go in the right corner. The shot from there by Roach is good for 3.
Just in the game, hits a big 3.
Sean Roach out of Weymouth, Mass. 30-27 Gordon. Right to left go the Seahawks in this first half. Chris O'Keefe has it out high. Gives it to Jeff Bielefeld. Came loose, but Chris saved it. Gets it over to Josh Holfelder in the right side corner. Now they're working around in the middle. Bielefeld against Meersma. Goes right down to the basket. Puts it up and gets tied up very nicely by Jason Dempsey. And it'll be a jump ball, alternate possession. Salve keeps it.
Well, leading scorer so far in this game with a little help. O'Keefe's got 8, Hanlon's got 7, and for the Gordon thing, I believe it's
Alex
Meersma's
Carnes.
got 8 and Carnes got 6.
Salve with the ball. Left corner, Chris O'Keefe. Back to Holfelder out high. To Chris O'Keefe for a 3. No good this time. Weak side rebound, Park Thomas.
First one he's missed from that range.
And Park tries to reach the big man on the fast break, but he overthrew him. Another Gordon turnover.
We'll give Meersma good credit for hustling down the floor. He was ahead of the field, but the pass was just way too long. That's the 7th turnover for Gordon.
And Salve Regina's going to call a timeout. And this will be a full timeout. 4:19 to go, first half. Salve's down 30-27. Back with more for you on WADK and WADK.com. And back with you at the Rogers Recreation Center, getting some facts and figures from Mary Raskob of the Sports Information Department, since the computer's not helping us out. Mary
I've been doing a pretty good job.
I think
What's
you have.
Mary got?
Mary's got 13 of 22 for Gordon, 59%.
Absolutely. And Salve only 8 for 20.
8 for
but
22.
9 of those are 3-pointers.
Salve shooting 36%, 8 of 22. 5 blocks from Meersma.
Oh, I've got 6 blocks so far. I don't know exactly who's got them all, but you're right.
I wouldn't put it past Meersma to have all of them, or at least all but one, maybe. All right, Salve's working the ball around the perimeter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Nice drive by Barrett Hanlon again. Gets it to go.
That's impressive to take it that strong. 2 guys coming over to help out, and he gets it up and over him.
And one of them 6'9". All right, here's Sean Roach with it now, giving it up to Park Thomas. Top of the circle, left side of the lane is tripped, and he traveled. Nobody calls the trip, so Park with the turnover.
That's their 10th turnover too in the half-court set. Salve hasn't done hasn't done any pressing, so really unforced turnovers by Gordon.
All right, Barrett Hanlon is going to bring it back with Salve down by a point, 30-29, 3:35 to go in the first half. Hanlon to Jeff Bielefeld, brings it out to the top of the circle, looking for cutters, goes to Holfelder near the baseline, gives it back up to Hanlon, goes to the free throw line, now dishes it back. Chris O'Keefe, 3-point range, drives to the free throw line himself, puts up a nice little left-handed layup. Good move, Chris O'Keefe.
Well, he's had a real good first half. That's a big point. That's his 8th point. I have him at right now.
Now Salve with the lead at 31-30 as we come down to the 3-minute mark of the first half. Park Thomas waiting for the big man to get in position as they work it around. Now it comes out to the high post. That's Jason Dempsey. Sean Roach has it now to Park Thomas. In the corner goes to Alex Carnes for a 3. Front rimmed it, and Barrett Hanlon with a rebound. 2-on-1 with Patrick Deneen. To Deneen it goes. Back pass to Hanlon. Layup up and in.
Nice pass by Deneen. Hanlon running the floor. He's 6 for 7 in this game, missing only that 1 3-pointer.
33-30. Salve with the lead. Scott's come back. Alex Carnes has it out high. Back and forth they go with Park Thomas. Thomas now angles off left side. Big man comes out, takes the pass, and looks around. Gives it up to Park Thomas. Thomas looking around now. Looking for help on the left side. Backs it off to Sean Roach. Shot clock at 10. Here's Jason Dempsey to Park Thomas. Driving right side of the lane. Not much there. Gives it down low, and Jason Dempsey got free and missed the layup.
Wow, nice pass by Thomas, but Dempsey missed a wide open layup.
No look pass goes to Chris O'Keefe. Tries to lay it up from the left side. Gets his own rebound on the weak side. Goes cross court. Josh Holfelder takes a three. Bangs it home.
That's good team play right there. Everybody doing their job, and a big three by Holfelder.
Timeout called by Gordon College. Salve's gone on a 9-point run to take a 36-30 lead. And this looks like a 30-second timeout here for Gordon.
Well, Salve doing a great job in the half-court defense. Gordon very patient running their offense, a lot of picks. They're defending, they're switching, they're fronting of a big guy. So they made them take the shot clock down the last 2 times inside 10 seconds. But Gordon had a wide open layup there, and Dempsey just missed it. And Salve comes right down in transition. Holfelder just sitting out there in the 3 and drilled it. He's taken 2 and made 1, but Salve now 4 for 10 from the 3-point line, which isn't bad shooting.
Sam Johnson goes back in the lineup for Gordon. Also back out there is Dom Paradise. Salve with this little surge here. 36-30 is their advantage with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. They stick with Deneen and O'Keefe. Now Nick Bates comes back out to work with Hanlon and Jeff Bielefeld. And the Scots will put it in play, down by a 36-30 margin. Park Thomas, the ever-present point guard here for these Scots in his 4th year at that responsibility. Gets it back from Carnes. In 3-point range, he throws it up and nails one. Park Thomas.
He hasn't looked to shoot much in this game. Well, it was 4th shot, but he drilled that one wide open.
Back come the Seahawks the other way with Hanlon giving it up to Patrick Deneen. Deneen between the circles, looking to make a move, can't do it. Backs it off to Chris O'Keefe, right side. Goes cross court over here to Nick Bates. Backs it off down to Bielefeld. Jeff working it around the perimeter. O'Keefe has it again. Out to Jeff in the high post area. In the lane, Barrett Hanlon with a jumper. Gets it to go.
That's about the longest shot we've seen him take in the games that we've done before. He's on fire today.
38-33. Salve's lead is 5. We're down to 1 minute to go in the first half. Park Thomas looking for some help here. Gets it over to Sean Roach. Roach down to Thomas. Park Thomas working around. Now cross court it goes. Roach goes underneath. Sam Johnson throws it up and no good.
Yeah, another good look inside, but good defense. Salve in this 1-2-2 zone having a good effect of keeping the ball outside.
Salve trying to fast break, didn't quite get it to work. Ball was deflected away, but Salve maintains the possession underneath their basket with 38 seconds to go. Flip pass comes into Bates. They work it over to Bielefeld. Now to Barrett Hanlon. Hanlon looking for help on that right wing. Goes to Bielefeld. Left side of the lane. He'll drive, and he will get called for the player control foul as he crashes into Sam Johnson.
Yeah, he got the ball at the foul line, and again, the big guy's not in there, so he thought he could take advantage of the matchup, but he really just ran the player over and didn't have any shot at getting the shot off.
Johnson comes out, so does Paradise. Back in is the big man, Hans Miersma, along with Jason Dempsey, for the height that they need underneath for the final shot probably of the half. Salve's lead is 5. Park Thomas across the center circle, waiting for him, Barrett Hanlon. Get it in the hands of that's Sean Roach, rather, working against Chris O'Keefe. Now out high to Alex Carnes. Patrick Deneen tight on Park Thomas. And a foul right there by Patrick Deneen, so Thomas can't drive to the hoop, and Salve has some fouls to waste, so Patrick Deneen gives one.
Yeah, it's only their 4th team foul, and give them credit. They're playing a much bigger team that's trying to get the ball inside. They've only committed 4 team fouls. They can foul 2 more times and still not let them shoot.
9 seconds to go in the half. Roach puts it in play to Park Thomas. Final seconds ticking away. Thomas on the right side of the lane, trying to drive. Looks like he traveled again. Throws one up, no good. Ball's on the floor. Bielefeld with the rebound, and that's going to be the end of the half. A hard-fought first half, especially by the Seahawks against a much taller Gordon team. And the result is Salve 38 and Gordon 33 at the halftime break. Very entertaining first half, to say the least. We'll take a timeout, come back and talk about this first half and other things, and have a chat with Corey Hughes, the head coach of the Salve women's team, who was victorious in the first half of this doubleheader. So a busy halftime is coming up next. on WADK and WADK.com. First half of the afternoon was the Salve women's win over Gordon College, 70-52. Corey Hughes is with us now, the head coach, along with superstar Megan Harden. And let's talk about this game that you just played here, Coach. There were times when I was watching you on the bench that I would describe you as, in an understatement, unhappy.
Very, yeah. I was a little bit frustrated with actually just the way we reacted to a team that we knew a lot about. You know, I actually talked to them after the game and talked about scouting and how we knew certain things about certain players, and yet we didn't take away their strengths. You know, we talk about how, you know, somebody's a three-point shooter and we still play them for the drive. You know, you have to get out on a three-point shooter and you got to give away the drive sometimes. And I was frustrated with that. I was frustrated with our defense, which is usually the thing that, you know, keeps us in games. I just don't think we had a great defensive effort tonight.
We looked over at you. It was 50-47. You called a timeout. It appeared that you were talking nothing but defense. Well, although we can't hear you, it seemed to be that's what you were emphasizing. Was that what you were doing?
Definitely.
Because from that point on, you own the rest of the game.
Yeah, and, you know, I think the offense takes care of itself. I think we're getting much better offensively as the season progresses, and we can't take steps back on defense, you know, because shots aren't going to fall. I mean, Meg can tell you about that, too. She has games where she's on. She has games where she has to get to the basket because her shot's not on. You know, sometimes you just don't know if the ball's going to drop for you, so you better be able to stop somebody. And I was getting very frustrated with the fact that we were not reacting to the strengths and weaknesses of that team, and we were allowing them to do the things that they're good at.
All right, well, let's talk to this Megan Harden character over here. Is that the best you can do? 26 points, couple of games in a row? You slacker.
I mean, I know, I try.
You sure do, and you sure look good. Now, there are times when, as the coach pointed out, your shots aren't dropping.
Yeah.
What is, how's your concentration level there?
I mean, yeah, no, like I realized that, like, Coach had told me a few times, like, you know, if your three's not there, if it's not hitting, then you need to drive it to the basket, because I know that clearly when I was driving to the basket, you know, even if I didn't have a shot, things would open up for other players and I would get assists and things did happen. So she was right in that sense that I did need to, you know, like not take the three, but, you know, just work with myself and like not get in my own head and just take it to the basket when I needed to. So
were you guys getting frustrated, or you personally or the whole bunch, at the fact that you just couldn't seem to grab the control of this game for so long?
Yeah, it was more so like definitely at halftime when we were like, you know, because we did just play UNE, who's, you know, won the conference championship last year, and, you know, we were with them the whole game, and then, you know, Gordon, we should, you know, be like, you know, beating them. But I think it was more so the fact that we didn't need to, you know, step it up on defense, and I think that we did realize that it was inconsistent at first, but then towards the end of the game, we realized that we needed to play better defense, and we did.
Since you arrived here, she has been a take charge type of person. You have you were immediately a scorer, a player. I don't know how many times you've been the player of the week or the rookie of the week. You have all kinds of honors. Do you feel any pressure on you to come through game in and game out to be that productive type of person?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I do feel pressure. I do feel that, like, you know, sometimes if, you know, the team is off, I would obviously like to, you know, like put the team on my back and like take control. But I do, like, there are other players on the team that can do so. Like Marissa Pendergast, I know she's not here with us right now, but, you know, she has the heart and soul to do that too. So does Bree. You know, I think it's more of like a team effort, but, you know, I do feel that at times, obviously, like when the team needs me, I will always be there and always try my best to like take control and do what I can.
I'm just curious. I was watching you in the warm-ups, and you were nailing 1 3 after the other. Does something like that give you confidence as the game begins, or is that just not really important?
Yeah, no, it does. Definitely warm-ups, like, you know, even like in a coach's perception, the coaches are watching you when you warm up. Parents are watching you. And I do think that like your warm-up does have to do with your game too. You know what I mean? It's how same with practice. Like practice is how you play. Same with warm-ups. People are going to scout you when you're warming up, and I do know that like. If I'm in warm-ups hitting my threes, and like in the game I'll hit them too. If they're a little off, then I'll work with it, but I'll take it to the basket if they are. So.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Tell me, I thought one thing that we noticed at the end of the game, as I'm choking myself over here, you got to come in, is Taylor Winworth.
Yeah.
In this, and when you brought her off the bench, that's right around the time that run began.
Yep.
She made a difference.
Yes, she did.
Talk to me about what Taylor does for you.
Well, number one, Taylor hits shots. She hits open shots, and I think that's something that we struggle with sometimes from the perimeter. We have good shooters that, like Meg said, they can get a little bit in our own head, and let misses get to us, and the best shooters. I mean, we're talking about the best shooters in the world. They shoot 40%. It's not like you're going to go out there and you're going to hit the majority of your shots. And sometimes we have a hard time getting over that. She hits open shots, and because she's an unknown, I think she gets a lot more looks. The other thing is I think that she has really included drive into her game that she used to not have, and I think people scout her as a shooter. And if they overplay her, she now has the ability to get to the basket. She works hard every practice. She's a captain on this team. She's a leader on the team. I saw an opportunity for her based on matchups that I thought that she could help us, and she did not disappoint. She can, and I actually even said to her at the end of the game, keep the ball in your hands because you're the person we want at the line. And when she turned, I could see that she was smiling. She said to me that the thing that she wants is to get minutes when they count, and it certainly counted tonight. And she got it done.
Yes, Megan, come in for a second. Did you have any leftover frustrations from Thursday night? That was such a close game. Did anything linger after that, or did you just put it behind you?
It definitely, obviously, after the game, and even that night, it was honestly tough for me to even go to bed just because I kept thinking about the game and how it was more mental mistakes. We were up by 6 with almost a minute left, and then we kind of just lost control. Didn't box out and just do it was more mental mistakes is the reason why we lost the game. And we played hard the whole game, and we were so close, so it definitely was frustrating. But with that, you really you do need to put it behind you and move on and continue, because if we play like that but fix what we needed to fix, we're going to win every game that we have coming. So
yeah, I think that's a statement kind of a game for me anyway, that you can take what may be the best team in the league or the defending champion at the very least and play with them this early in the season.
Agreed. And that's one thing that, and again, they showed that. The one thing that year in and year out, and Coach Ewing makes sure that they do it every single year, is they execute. The game's on the line, they do the things they need to do. And I think once we start to do that, we can count ourselves in the same, quote unquote league with them. Right now, we're a middle of the road team that has the potential to be one of the best teams, and we need to bring it every single game. We can't just show up every once in a while. We have to show up every play, and I think we're getting closer and closer to that. So one of my friends and colleagues, Coach Foster, said to me, the big thing is consistency, and can you do it every single game? And once we start to do that, I think things are really we're gonna turn the corner. We're right on the cusp right now.
Yeah. Well, what you did at the end of that game, if that's the sign of things to come, things are looking up. Yeah. That was a great finish. It was a great finish.
Thank you so much.
Megan, thanks for coming over.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Corey Hughes, head coach. Megan Harden from the Salve women's team that was victorious 70-52 over Gordon. Halftime of this game, the Salve men are leading 38-33. And have you had a chance, Mr. Dias, to come up with any numbers? I know we've got a computer breakdown here.
We got the tallies.
Okay. What do you got?
With everything,
Okay.
trying to keep watching because it's too good a game to keep putting my head down. But just some sad. Both teams shooting the ball very well. Gordon is 14 for 27, shooting almost 52%. Salve's 13 for 28. But amongst that, Salve's 4 for 12 from the three-point line. Gordon's attempted 7 and has made 3. But one of the things that really strikes me is Gordon's only taken 2 free throws in the whole first half, and to give Salve credit, they're defending down below. And on the other hand, Salve's been to the line 12 times. Rebounding is good. Salve's got 7 offensive rebounds against this big team. So they're playing regular Salve basketball, and it's great to see.
Yeah, they are out-rebounding them 17-14. I wouldn't have imagined that.
And the points in the paint, we looked at the last game, 42-16. It's 21-20 in favor of Salve right now. So pretty much all the statistics are pretty close. I would say the 4 threes is the difference in the game right now, as opposed to just 2 for Gordon.
Well, here's a look at the individual scoring. Leading Salve is Barrett Hanlon. He is 6 of 8 from the floor, 14 points for Barrett Hanlon, 10 for Chris O'Keefe. He is 2 out of 3 from three-point range, 3 out of 5 from the floor. Chris has had a great first half. And then you've got Nick Bates in there with 5 points. Patrick Deneen has 4. And lots of guys in the scoring column here for Gordon, but nobody in double figures. The big man, Hans Meersma, 6'9", 4 of 5 from the floor. He has only 3 rebounds, but he has 8 points to lead Gordon. 6 points for Alex Carnes, and 5 points for Taylor Badgema. 4 points apiece for Jason Dempsey and for Dom Paradise. So overall, Salve has been able to take on this much taller team and more than hold their own.
Absolutely. And, in the first game, the girls only had 8 players. They played 11 in the first half. Gordon did. It's almost like everybody's got to get their little minutes in shots. They really don't look to go to Meersma every time down the floor. Whoever's got the ball is looking to create offense and scoring. So, they're so balanced that it might be to their demise that they're too balanced. They don't just concentrate on getting inside and pounding it away, but they move the ball. They're all unselfish. The Salve, again, we just continually say this, commend them. They're outsized, but they're not out tough and they're not outsmarted.
All right, we take a break, and when we come back, we'll be pretty close to the start of the second half. Salve Regina men, Gordon men going at it. Salve at the half leading 38-33 because they finished the half on an 11-3 run. We'll be back with more from W80K and W80K.com. Producing and engineering this broadcast. Our next broadcast is Tuesday night on W80K.com. High school basketball, Middletown hosting Warwick in a Division III clash. 7 o'clock game time. We'll be on the air about 9:45 to get things set up for you. And
you'll be high above courtside in that little bench up there?
Just a little above courtside, I hope, if everything works out okay. We'll be back here at Salve in 2 weeks, but unfortunately, we're going to have to figure out a way to get it done without John Dias. And we are working on drafting Brian Shanley to come back and help us out.
Sure.
He's on the road right now doing a little recruiting for Salve, but Looks like we can get Brian in to help us with the Salve broadcast, and a guy named Don Call apparently will help us with a high school cross game.
Well, I'm sure he might want to be here right now instead of down in George Washington.
Oh yeah, the halftime score,
wow.
Courtesy of Mr. Berluti. At halftime, George Washington was beating URI 37-13.
And I bet you Danny Hurley's not happy right now. He's happy when he's not happy when they're winning. Never mind down 23 at the half. But that's a tough league. Reading the article today in the Journal, real balanced league. So good luck, Rody.
Back in action here. Gordon has the ball, down by 5, 38-33. Park Thomas back out there with the starting unit. That includes the big man Hans Miersma, 6'9", and also working out there is Luke Hamilton. They go in the middle to the big man for a soft hook. It's no good. Rebound, though, to Jason Dempsey. Doesn't go. Biersma fighting for the rebound. Comes down with it. Now gives it up to Hamilton. Here's a Park Thomas 3 attempt, and it's no good. But he got fouled by Barrett Hanlon, and he's going to the line to shoot 3.
A good start for them. They go ahead and come out to the second half. Salve's in a 1-2-2 zone, and they ran a nice double pick on the baseline for trying to get Park Thomas a shot in the corner, but they got it into Biersma, and though he missed 2, he got the rebound.
Park Thomas misses the first of 3 free throws. Park Thomas on the season shooting free throws at 84%. That's a bulletin when Park misses a free throw. He's got 2 more, though. Second one is good. First points of the second half belong to Gordon College. Park Thomas is from Scottsdale, Arizona. Senior year. He's had a great career at Gordon. Second free throw, a third free throw is also good. 38-35. Open. Barrett Hanlon out there with Josh Holfelder, Patrick Deneen, Jeff Bielefeld, and Nick Bates, the same starting 5. Here is Hanlon on the right side, tightly guarded by Thomas. They'll work it around, finally get it to Patrick Deneen. Down low it goes to Holfelder. Doesn't take the shot against Miersma. Goes to Bielefeld for a jumper on the wing, and that's good! Bielefeld hit a 10-footer. That's a bulletin.
That's long range for him, but we'll take it.
Nice soft touch for Jeff, who's a very efficient shooter.
Well, Miersma's trying to defend him. He's not going to go all that far away from the basket.
All right, Gordon with the ball now. They go right to left here in this second half with the dark blue uniforms and the white trim. And here's Jason Dempsey losing the ball in the lane, but he saves it. Gives it back to Park Thomas. A near steal by Salve. Thomas works it down on the baseline. Miersma drives and puts up a soft left-handed shot.
Well, I tell you, nice moves inside. Nice left-handed scoop there.
40-37. The Salve lead is 3 here in the early going of the second half. Barrett Hanlon goes high post to Jeff Bielefeld. Back to Hanlon. Hanlon back to Bielefeld. He will not shoot from three-point range, I can promise you that. He's in three-point range right now, but he gives it up to Holfelder. Over here to Nick Bates. Wants to go baseline. Can't get there. Nicely shut off. Bielefeld gets the pass in the middle and went to the hoop and went down to the floor hard. And is going to be called for an offensive foul using his elbow.
And he hurt that ankle right before the end of the first half. It just went down there again. What he does is he does drive into the basket, and he knows he can't shoot over Miersma, so he tries to put his shoulder into him and stop his jumping ability. That time he plowed him over.
Second foul on Jeff Bielefeld, and Gordon comes back down only 3. They work it around over in the right corner to Miersma. Now back out to Hamilton. They work it around. Here's Thomas with it out deep. Park Thomas. Now to Taylor Badgema. They work it around the perimeter right now. Thomas trying to go down the left side of the lane. Throws it up. Bounces around. No good. Up high. Barrett Hanlon with a rebound. On the run. Seahawks trying to get something before Gordon could get set. Nothing happening. They work it around. Bielefeld again on that right wing. Back over here on the left wing. Goes to Patrick Deneen. Down to Bielefeld. Goes cross court to Hanlon. In the corner, Nick Bates. Bates drives in the lane. Drops it down for Holfelder. For an 8-footer on the wing. Around and out. Gordon comes back with Park Thomas in control. 40-37, Salve lead. Here is Badgema going right down the lane. Saw an opening. It got shut off, so he dishes it off to Jason Dempsey for a baseline drive.
Yeah, one of the few times they've had wide open looks inside.
Now the Salve lead down to 1, 40-39. Patrick Deneen out high, looking for some help. Gives it to Bielefeld. Bielefeld goes in the corner to Bates, and they work it around. Here's Barrett Hanlon to Deneen. Down low post to Bates. Gives it up to Bielefeld. Goes right to the basket. Too strong. Fighting for the rebound. Bielefeld still fighting and gets it to Patrick Deneen.
If it's gettable, he will get it, I tell you.
No, give it up there for Bielefeld. Here's Bates going to the baseline. Driving and laying it up and in.
Good strong move by Bates. Both guys came over to try to block it, but he used a good angle to the basket and laid it in.
42-39, Salve lead back to 3. Tight game here between these two conference foes. And here is Luke Hamilton giving it up to Park Thomas, looking for the big man. That's Jason Dempsey, one of the big men. Takes a jumper on the wing. That's no good. And Bates grabs a rebound. Hanlon on the run, but there's 3 defenders waiting for him. Barrett Hanlon, right side of the lane. Shut off. And it's in the lane. Gives it back to Bates. Now they'll go with the perimeter passing for now. In the hands of Hanlon now in the left wing. Out to Bielefeld high to the right side of Nick Bates. Down low to Hohlfelder. Guarded closely by Dempsey. Nick Bates is shut off. Goes back to Hohlfelder on the baseline for the jumper. That's good.
That's nice to see Josh getting a little mobility moving. That's a big 2 for him.
44-39. Salve's lead is 5. They come back over here to Luke Hamilton. Hamilton goes down to Meersma. Working against Bielefeld. Spins in the lane. And let's see what he did.
Use that arm to ward off Bielefeld. He did a nice job, Josh did, it forcing him into the middle. Jeff. And he used his left arm to hold him away.
First foul on Hans Meersma, the 6'9" center. Hanlon brings it back for Salve. Nearly stolen and stolen by Park Thomas. Working against Hanlon, drives down, and Barrett Hanlon will grab him and take away the fast break layup.
Real rare turnover in this game so far for Salve. That time Park Thomas just stripped him of the ball mid-court, but good hustle back by Hanlon to get in and make him have to go to the foul line.
Barrett Hanlon called for a second foul, and they'll give Park Thomas some free throws. It looked like he was still driving toward the hoop, but they say he was in the shooting motion, so he gets a pair of free throws and hits the first one.
Well, he was going down the left side and trying to go into his right hand for a layup and on the transfer. It's a good call.
One more here for Park Thomas. Near 85% free throw shooter. 3 of 4 so far. Second one is also good. 44-41. 2 of 3. I thought it was 3 of 4. Okay. Salve the other way. Nick Bates wants to go baseline from the left side. Shut off by 3 defenders. And he traveled down there in no man's land.
Yeah, he was trying to go through 3 defenders. Very difficult to do.
44-41. Salve's lead is 3, and Gordon's got the ball. Park Thomas is pleading his case to Chris Brown, the referee, in case he tries something right here. Goes on the right side. Hamilton goes down. Meersma working against Bielefeld. Can't get that one to go. Rebound down to Nick Bates.
Wow, tough for the big guy to miss that one. Backed this man right in and just took it up but missed it.
Patrick Deneen looking to drive is shut off the lane, so he gives it up. They go to the right corner to Josh Hohlfelder. Down low to Hanlon. Now it goes to Bates in the lane. Gives it up to Deneen for a 3. Yes!
Must be second half. Here comes Pat Deneen.
47-41. Salve up the lead to 6. Park Thomas right to left brings it back for the Fighting Scots of Gordon. Luke Hamilton looking for the Jason Dempsey low post. Doesn't get it there, so they work it around. Thomas has it back in the lane. He throws it over to Dempsey, right side, and works it over to Thomas. He's going to take a 3 and hit it.
Yeah, he's looking at a confident player. That's 2 for 2 for him. That's the second one he's made.
At the other end, Patrick Deneen, right side in front of his own bench, gives it up to Barrett Hanlon. Now to Nick Bates. Hohlfelder has it on the left side. Down low it goes to Deneen. Deneen shut off, gives it to Bielefeld in the lane. He is stuffed by Meersma, but Salve gets it back. Shot clock at 20. Deneen trying to work his way to the basket is pushed by Taylor Badgema. And Taylor will be called for a blocking foul.
Well, Deneen seems to be very aggressive right now on the offensive end, looking to get his shot off, and that's a good sign for Salve. He had a real quiet first half.
Chris O'Keefe has come back in for Salve, and Sean Foster says, not this side, the other side, and pushes him to the other side of the court.
Can't run the play when you're over here.
Pass comes into Bielefeld. Hohlfelder now to Chris O'Keefe on that left side in the wing. Down low to Patrick Deneen in the lane, and he is fouled probably by Meersma, who blocked that shot straight up in the air.
Yeah, but he left his feet. If he stays on the ground and blocks, that's one thing. But when you leave your feet, then you're the one causing the contact.
And in the shooting motion, that'll put Patrick Deneen at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Patrick on the season has a 65% free throw average. First one's on the way. It slipped out of his hand and falls off. Here comes Sam Johnson in, and the big guy Hans Meersma sits down. Johnson 6'6", Meersma 6'9". One more here for Patrick Deneen. the senior out of Medfield, Mass. Second one rolls around and drops through.
A little full court pressure here by Salve.
Double team on Park Thomas, goes in the middle to Hamilton. Hamilton gets it up to Sam Johnson. Johnson with a bounce pass, throws it away.
Well, that's one of the things you like about the press. A little discrepancy here on the call.
Looks like one of the Salve guys got a hand on it.
Well, they beat the press very easily, but they had their two big men at the other end of the floor, which aren't the two best ball handlers, and that time it proved it.
48-44 is the Salve lead. Ball in the hands of Gordon and Park Thomas specifically. And we've got a foul going the other way called against Gordon. Little extra pushing and shoving there underneath. And it's going to be on Sam Johnson, the freshman.
Yep, Jeff Bierfeld wouldn't let him get to where he wanted to go, so he got a little frustrated and pushed him. But, Bierfeld just does those things at his size that are amazing to see happen against guys 6'6", and he's just moving them out of there.
All right, Scott St. Lawrence came in for the Seahawks, and sitting down is Josh Holfelder. Barrett Hanlon will get the inbounds pass and looks over to Sean Foster for the instructions. Hanlon on the right side. Gives it down low to Bielefeld. Bielefeld gives it back to Hanlon for a three. Nope, too strong. Weak side rebound, Luke Hamilton.
Oh, that's a good match there. Bielefeld and Hanlon on the same side. Look at him hustle back. Another steal.
He saw that one coming. Barrett Hanlon with the steal. Drives it down, gives it up on the wing. Deneen for a three. Short. Rebound. Bielefeld underneath. Wants to go back up. Pump fakes. Puts it up and gets hammered. Yep. From both sides. It's either Dempsey or Hamilton who gets the call. And it's going to be Jason Dempsey who commits the foul.
He just fights. He goes up. He goes into you. He knows he's probably not going to make the shot. He's not trying to avoid contact. He likes the contact, and they almost had a three-point play.
Well, Jeff with that Fu Manchu steps to the line to shoot a pair. From Littleton, Mass. Jeff's free throw is going to drop off there.
I'll give Hanlon a great credit. He took the shot from the right-hand corner, sprinted all the way down, and was able to steal that pass. Great hustle.
Jeff's 61% free throw shooter on the year. Puts the second one up and nails that one. It's 49-44. Salve lead back to 5. Plenty of time, plus 13 plus minutes to go. Park Thomas brings him back, goes right side to Luke Hamilton. Hamilton got it by Chris O'Keefe. Back to Park Thomas. Here's Jason Dempsey out high. Dempsey working against Scott St. Lawrence. Goes to Hamilton. They give it back to Park Thomas. Thomas with a screen from Johnson. Nothing there. Keeps the dribble alive. Now goes right side to Luke Hamilton. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 8. Thomas in the lane. Stops at the free throw line for the jumper and hits.
Real good player, Thomas. He really did use his brains there. Pulled up. Knew he couldn't get to the hoop. And made the jump shot.
Hanlon brings Salve back the other way, left to right. High post to Jeff Bielefeld, going toward the hoop and banks it home smoothly.
Wow, they're just isolating him on the left-hand side of the floor. He just one dribble goes in.
6'4", Jeff Bielefeld battling 6'6", Jason Dempsey and winning that battle. Back at the other end, here's Hamilton going right down the lane. And we've got a travel called on Hamilton as he dished off.
Yeah.
Brendan
back to that man-to-man, just staying in front of their man, closing the lane down on all penetration. But Bielefeld coming in to take a break, but the last 3 possessions have been all about him.
Well, number 11, that's Sean Roach, is back out there for Gordon, working with Park Thomas, Alex Carnes, Luke Hamilton, and Sam Johnson. Chris O'Keefe has it now, looking for some help. Brendan Fowler's in there. Cross-court pass finds its way to Barrett Hanlon, who puts up a left-handed drive and scores.
Good job. Weak side came over to help, but he used his body to shield him. Then a little left-handed layup.
53-46 Salve. 12 minutes to go in the game. Here's Alex Carnes, who's had a quiet game here for Salve. On the wing, Thomas is blocked. Great recovery there by Barrett Hanlon to block a three in the corner.
Around the court, really quick, and does a great job.
Tried to be a walk-on at Bentley to get on the basketball team. Things didn't go his way. Came here, and things are working for him. And Scott St. Lawrence is going to be called for mauling Sam Johnson. That'll be the first foul on Scott St. Lawrence. Scott, one of the senior leaders of this team. They work it in, and a shot misses from Sam Johnson.
Yeah, good turnaround, good look, but just can't get him to fall.
Patrick Deneen the other way, gives it to Scott St. Lawrence to Hanlon. He's on the left wing. Looking for some screens, can't find enough, so they work it around. Cross court it goes. This is Chris O'Keefe on the right corner. Back out to Brendan Fowler. Steps inside the arc for a jumper. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. And battle for it. Jason Dempsey had it. And he got fouled.
It looks like Carnes had got it that time, Bob. Number 4.
Was that 4? Number 4. I thought it was 14.
Yep.
Sorry. Alex Carnes. And the foul is going to be on Salve's Chris O'Keefe, his second. Eric McKinnon will come in, and Barrett Hanlon will get a brief rest, I'm sure. Salve will put pressure on near the midcourt area as Gordon is getting ready to put it in play. Dom Paradise comes in, and Luke Hamilton sits down. And now Salve brings the pressure up court.
A little token, 2-2-1 here.
Alex Carnes will bring it up against Patrick Deneen. Crosses the timeline. Works his way between the circles. Right side to Sam Johnson. Johnson against Brendan Fowler. Goes baseline, and Brendan pushed him on the outside drive. And Brendan gets called for the foul.
Yeah, without Mearsma in the game, they're really doing a lot of perimeter stuff, trying to get dribble penetration without him in there, and it's not been as successful.
Salve, who hardly committed any fouls, is already close to being in the bonus situation. Missed shot by Gordon is rebounded, put up and in. No good by Johnson, and then Scott St. Lawrence comes down with it. Pass up to Patrick Deneen, goes right in the lane, gives it off on the wing to Eric McKinnon. That's long. Rebound in the weak side by Brendan Fowler. He slapped that from behind by Park Thomas. And that'll be the 6th personal on Gordon.
Nice offensive rebound that time by Fowler. He was boxed out, but he was able to walk his man under the rim and then grab it with one hand.
Chris O'Keefe will put it in play for Salve over the baseline near his own basket. Looking around and giving it in the corner to Eric McKinnon. Fakes the 3 on the right side that time. Isaiah Pringle on the bench wanted him to take it.
He would have taken it.
He was jumping up and down over here. All right, Salve working it around now with the big guys working the perimeter. McKinnon gives it up to Brendan Fowler, and Fowler travels.
Well, just as you said that, I was going to say that's one of the things that Salve has to its advantage. All 5 of their players can play on the perimeter, pass the ball. They all don't shoot it from the perimeter, but they can play on the perimeter. That's a big key.
Jeff Bielefeld is back for Salve. Brendan Fowler will sit down.
And Mr. Mearsman, Hans is back.
Yes, the big guy is back, Hans. Salve with the lead, 53-46. Been stuck there for a little bit. Mark Thomas brings it across the timeline. Angles left. Picked up by Chris O'Keefe. Nice screen there by the big guy. Here is Mark Thomas going on the baseline for the jumper, and good by Dom Paradise.
Yeah, Paradise had a good first half. He was 2 for 4 from the floor.
And that was a 3. 53-49. Didn't look like he was that far back, but he was.
He was.
Chris O'Keefe and Scott St. Lawrence having a catch here, and now Bielefeld gets involved in the middle. Back to Scott, left side. He's going to take the jumper from there. Misses it. High rebound, Mearsma. And here come the Fighting Scots, looking to narrow that lead again. They're down by 4. Park Thomas tries to get it to the big guy. Bielefeld knocked it away. Ball comes out off of Jeff, and it will be Gordon ball in front of their bench.
Well, as good a point guard as Park Thomas is, that time wasn't a very good trip down the floor. He took a really bad pass trying to get the ball into Mearsma. Just sort of flung it with one hand. You got to toss it up there.
Nick Bates back on the floor along with Josh Holfelder for Salve. Park Thomas with the ball now for Gordon. Gives it up to Sean Roach, who nails a 3.
Yeah,
very soft touch.
Yeah, well, left wide open. I think Salve just didn't get out on him that time.
53-52. Salve's lead is down to 1. With the ball now is Patrick Deneen. Picked up by the big man momentarily. Now gives it back. McKinnon fakes the 3 and committed a travel violation, trying to drive down the lane.
Looked like the defender traveled, not him, but a good ball fake got by his man. Thought he put the ball on the ground first, but one of the things officials like to call when a player makes a nice shot fake and then goes by his defender, they have a tendency to call travel.
Richie Armand back in the game now for the Gordon Scots. Here's Roach with it, giving in the corner left side Alex Carnes. Richie Armand shut off by Nick Bates very solidly there. And here's the give to Dom Paradise, trying to find room in the lane. Nothing there. Now he turns and has it knocked away by Holfelder. Picked up by Carnes. Spins in the lane. Drops it down for the big guy, Hans Mearsma, to drop it in easily.
That's his first dunk, but that was off a nice pass by Carnes. Salve looked like they had the turnover, but just didn't get the loose ball.
Salve with the ball, working it back to Nick Bates, and around the perimeter they go. Salve has lost its lead. It's 54-53 Gordon. Bates looking and waiting. Gives it down low to Josh Holfelder. Turns, hits the turnaround. Good, Josh Holfelder.
That's the one heightened matchup they have. He's about 6'6", and he can shoot over Carnes. But if this is the NBA, they call the illegal defense on the big guy.
Here's a drive down by Dom Paradise, and almost stealing it was Patrick Deneen as he tried the back pass.
You guys see that?
55-54, Salve with the lead. We're going back and forth now here with 8:26 to go in the game. All right, it'll be Gordon ball in front of their own bench. Putting it in play is Sean Roach. Gives it up to Richie Armand. Mark Thomas getting a rest on the bench. Armand goes right side, and this is Roach from three-point range again, and it spins home for a three.
Set play for him out of bounds, and he just ran to that opposite corner and had no hesitation.
57-55, Gordon has the 2-point lead. Bielefeld in the right corner. Now it's Hohlfelder up high. Bounce pass to Nick Bates. Bates will go to Deneen, going driving toward the hoop, and he is bumped as he tries to put one up. And that'll put him on the line with 8 minutes to go. And the foul is on Gordon's Sean Roach.
Well, Gordon's definitely going to come out and challenge the three-point shooters, especially if Deneen's doing it, because they know they got the big guy back there. But once he beats them off the dribble, the defender in his recovery pushed him.
2 shots here for Patrick Deneen. First free throw is good. Patrick on the day now, looking at 8 points in the game, if we're up to date. And second free throw makes it 9 points, and we're tied at 57.
Yes, we are.
Here come the Gordon Scotts right to left as we watch from the scorer's table. Richie Armand working at the point right now, gives it up to Sean Roach. Roach back to Alex Karn, excuse me. And they go right side to the big man out high. He's not going to shoot from there. Driving and losing the possession is going to be Sean Roach, trying to work that baseline and lost the ball there.
Well, good defense by Salve. Forced him into an area where he had no outlet, and as he tried to make the pass to the opposite corner, he lost it out of bounds.
And a little pressure applied at full court here by Richie Armand against Barrett Hanlon, who's returned. Hanlon will give it up on the wing to Nick Bates, and it goes back to Barrett Hanlon. 7.5 minutes to go. Hanlon with the pass over here to Bates on that left side. Around they go, looking right, and back to Josh Hohlfelder for a three. No, too strong. Alex Carnes with the rebound.
He made his last 2 good shots by Josh, but that time just a long three.
Armand goes the other way, gives it up to Dom Paradise in three-point range. That's no good, and Nick Bates has the rebound. Salve.
The first one he's missed from 3, Paradise.
Barrett Hanlon on the run. Go to the right side of the lane, shut off very nicely. Patrick Deneen to the free throw line to Jeff Bielefeld. Now Nick Bates resets, backs it off to Hohlfelder beyond the arc. Back to Nick Bates on the left wing. Barrett Hanlon, free throw line. Hohlfelder. Right side, dips it down low for Patrick Deneen. Spins quickly, throws it up. Can't get it to go, but got fouled.
Yeah. Good move. They doubled down him on the post. Actually had 3 players on him, but he was able to get his body between the 3 and get the shot off.
Dom Paradise committed the foul. That's his first, and Patrick Deneen is at the line for a couple more free throws. Patrick gets himself set and tries to put Salve back on top and doesn't do it. With the first one off the front of the rim.
He has a little bit of the capabilities of Bielefeld inside. He's very strong and quick with his first move. And again, he tries to go up to get fouled as well as making the basket, which sends him to the foul line quite often.
Park Thomas back along with Jason Dempsey for Gordon. Free throw by Deneen is good. 58-57 Salve.
4 for 6 from the line this game.
Park Thomas brings the crowd. Gordon Scott's back in a hurry to Alex Carnes, working out high. Back here to Sean Roach, to Jason Dempsey beyond the arc. Now to Park Thomas. Thought about a 3, changed his mind. Alex Carnes on the wing, goes down low. Mearsma all by himself, lays it up and in.
Well, that time, poor Jeff Bielefeld just came around on the baseline side, but they made the pass to the top side, and it was an easy 2.
Salve down by a point, 59-58. And they work it around over to Barrett Hanlon on that left wing. Hanlon goes right toward the hoop, throws it up on the run. It goes, and so will he to the free throw line.
I know one thing. If I was coaching high school, I wouldn't want to coach against him. He's so quick and strong, and he takes big people and little people to the basket.
Park Thomas was guilty of the foul. That's his third, and that's going to call for a timeout by Todd Murphy of Gordon, and it will be a full timeout. Salve 60, Gordon 59. And we'll be back with more on WADK and WADK.com. Rogers Recreation Center at Salve, Regina. At the line goes Barrett Hanlon for Salve, as he will shoot, what is he, a couple of shots here?
One shot. He made the basket.
Oh, that's right.
He's 8 for 11 from the floor in this game. Salve 7 for 15 in the second half.
Pressure applied in the backcourt. Gordon trying to fight their way through it. Alex Carnes gets over the timeline left side. Now he is almost double teamed. Bach Thomas going to dribble right down the lane. Dishes it down low. There's Mirza all by himself for a dunk.
Now good penetration. Defense had to stop the penetration. Bach starting to really play some slot basketball.
61-61. 5:50 to go in the game. Salve with the ball. Barrett Hanlon goes on the right wing to Josh Hofelder. And they work it around, get in the hands of Bielefeld. Left side to Nick Bates out high. Just working it around. Bielefeld goes in the corner to Patrick Deneen on the right side. Back to Hanlon. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hanlon looks like he's ready to make a move. He's double teamed. Gives it up. Hofelder's going to take a three and have it blocked. And it comes over to Sean Foster. And it will be a Salve ball. Let's see what the discussion is about right here. The block happened and the shot clock ran out.
Yeah, that's go off. It just didn't ring. They reset it, but it shouldn't have been reset because the shot didn't hit the rim. So it's definitely got to be Gordon's ball. Or 1 second left on the shot clock.
You get the 1 second on the shot clock for Salve. They'll have to put it in play in front of their bench. And as soon as they put it in play, somebody's going to have to make a shot from wherever they are. Sean Roach will guard against Patrick Deneen's inbounds pass, which is happening right next to me. Looking, gets it to Hanlon, turns, shoots, and misses the three. Bielefeld almost had the rebound. Meersma comes down with it.
And he almost made the shot.
He almost made it.
He is quick.
61 all. Gordon with a chance to take the lead. Thomas goes to Sean Roach. Roach down to Meersma. In the middle of the lane, he throws it right to Barrett Hanlon.
Well, Hanlon read that pass. That was his player coming up to the top of the key, and he just cut inside and stole that one.
Barrett now slows down the dribble, works himself over to the left side between the circles. Meersma out there to greet him. Hanlon goes toward Patrick Deneen, but the pass was right in his face and goes out of play.
Yeah, not good timing on that one that time. Deneen was coming out hard. Hanlon coming off that double screen. Just sort of threw it a little too hard. It was a forced turnover.
4:47 to go. 61-61. Right to left, the Scots go with Park Thomas, giving it up to Alex Carnes. Carnes looking around to the big man Hans Meersma out high. Now to Thomas on the baseline. It goes to Jason Dempsey. Looking for cutters. He'll drive in the lane, throw it up, put it in, and get fouled.
Yeah, Dempsey's had a good game for them. He really is a good play. He's about 6'6", and you know he plays on the perimeter, but takes it strong to the basket, and that's a big play by Dempsey.
Barrett Hanlon guilty of the foul. That's his third, and Dempsey's on the line trying to complete a three-point play with 4:31 to go. Jason Dempsey puts it up, around, and off. No good. 2-point lead for Gordon. Dempsey comes out of Wallingford, Connecticut. His brother David was a star on this team for many years. Hanlon with a pass, not handled cleanly by Jeff Bielefeld. Wasn't ready for it.
That's 2 careless turnovers in a row by Hanlon.
At the other end, Sean Roach in three-point range goes low to Meersma, goes cross-court. Alex Carnes going right down for an easy drive, lays it up and in.
And give credit to number 11 for Gordon. Sean Roach set a nice screen on the weak side defender.
And Sean Foster has seen enough for the moment. He calls a full timeout for Salve, who has now seen Gordon reel off 6 unanswered points to take a 65-61 lead.
Yeah, that time there was just a nice play. They got the ball down into Meersma on the low block. He threw a diagonal pass, but they set a nice screen in the lane, and the defender could not come over.
We'll be right back after this.
Your hometown information station, 1540 WADK.
Newport Insurance Agency is an established group of insurance industry veterans who are committed to the Newport County community. 586-19-1660 or visit their website at newportinsuranceagency.com.
Back here at Salve Regina University, Salve and Gordon going at it, and we've got quite the contest here. Salve now trailing by 4, 65-61, with just under 4 minutes to go. Salve puts the ball in play and gets it in the hands of Barrett Hanlon as he comes across the timeline near the center circle. Holfelder gets the pass now. Josh waiting, gives it to high post. Jeff Bielefeld wants to drive down against the big guy, throws it up too hard. Fight for the rebound is tied up, I thought. Let's see what the call is here. It is an alternate possession rule, and it will go to Salve.
Yeah, O'Keefe did a good job coming to get there. That time Bielefeld tried to get a shot off, and the big guy just altered the shot. He didn't try to block it, he just altered it, and had no shot of going in.
Chris O'Keefe is going to put it in play. A little discussion here between the officials. Make sure they're on the same page.
I think they're checking to see if it hit the rim, but no way.
All right, now Salve with the ball. Back goes and driving toward the hoop was O'Hanlon, and he'll be fouled way away from the basket, but it will get him to the line. That's 10 personal fouls on Gordon. That's the team limit. That's 2 free throws for Barrett Hanlon.
I mean, he blew by Pop Thomas that time. As soon as he got the ball, he didn't even hesitate, and Thomas was just about getting in his stance, and he was already by him.
Barrett Hanlon at the line. He's already got 19 points in this game. He just hit the first of his 2 free throws. Back comes Nick Bates, and he'll get Josh Holfelder out of there. One more here for Barrett Hanlon to try to pull Salve within 2. And he doesn't. Comes in and out. 3-point Gordon lead, 65-62. 3:35 remaining. Sean Roach, bounce pass down low for Dempsey. Goes in the lane, rolls it up, no good. Jeff Bielefeld hauls in another one.
A good look for Roach, but it just didn't fall.
At the other end, Patrick Deneen going toward the hoop, draws the contact. He'll get back to the line. And that's going to be a foul on Sean Roach.
The game now has changed a little bit. The offensive player's got pretty much the advantage. Once you get inside the paint and go to the rim, if you leave your feet to try to block it, you're going to get called a foul. If you're flat-footed or just standing there, you might get the charge.
First free throw for Patrick is off the front of the rim and no good. He is now 5 of 9 at the free throw line in this game. Salve not shooting free throws very well. 14 of 21.
6 for 11 in this half.
Second free throw is good by Patrick. Salve down by 2. Applying that pressure full court. Double teaming Park Thomas. Carnes gets it up court. Wide open is the big man Mearsma. They break the press. And Sean Roach has it. To Park Thomas between the circles. Back to Roach on the right side. Down low from Mearsma. Right to the hoop. Misses the layup.
He didn't take a layup. He tried to take a little jump shot, a little push shot, and then fall out.
Here is Hanlon. Stops. Pops. Hits.
Boy, he gets up on his shot. He's got good speed, quickness, and powerful jump.
Ties it at 65 with 3 minutes to go. At the other end, Gordon with the ball. Hans Mearsma out high. Thomas with the ball now. Left side of the lane. Toward the foul line. Spins, turns, shoots. Bounces around. And Mearsma comes down with the rebound. Puts it up and in.
Wow, good move by Parks that time. Looked for the shot, Park Thomas. But Coach calling for a push in the back. Mearsma got an easy layup.
All right, is Salve back the other way. Hanlon has it beyond the arc on the right side. Barrett Hanlon. Hans Mearsma was coming out to help guard him. Goes on the side to O'Keefe for a 3, and Chris O'Keefe hits a big 3.
O'Keefe, that's a big shot. Puts Salve ahead for him. That's his 3rd 3, I think, Bob.
It is, yep. Salve up 68-67. There's Alex Carnes. Carnes gives it to Sean Roach. Back to Park Thomas, looking for the big man down low, gets it to him. Double team. Back to Thomas. Back to Mearsma down low. Spins, turns, shoots, hits.
That's indefensible right there. They had a double team on him. He faked to the middle, went to the baseline, and 6'8" just put it up and in.
Back the other way now come the Seahawks. Barrett Hanlon with the ball. They're down by a point, 69-68. Minute 40 remaining in the game. Barrett Hanlon looking for help, goes to Patrick Deneen. Back to Barrett. Out beyond the arc. Goes right side to Chris O'Keefe. Driving, nothing there. Bielefeld, Deneen out high. Shot clock at 9. Deneen fakes the shot, now takes the shot, and hits.
Clutch plays right here. One by O'Keefe and that one by Deneen. Running the shot clock down, getting a good look.
At the other end, Park Thomas has it. Salve's up by a point, 70-69. Thomas looking for help, gets it to Mearsma, guarded by Bielefeld. Hans Meersma working his way in the lane. Ball is stolen away on the weak side by Barrett Hanlon.
Good job by Bierfeld making him get the ball far away from the basket.
And Sean Foster is going to call a timeout with 58.8 seconds to go. Salve has the lead. Salve has the ball. 70-69 is the score. Some key baskets here. First by Chris O'Keefe on the 3, and then that shot by Patrick Deneen from about 15 feet away.
Yeah, both of them on that left side over there, Bob. They did a good job. They're working the shot clock, and those guys have made the shots before, and they made it. But good credit down here on defense by Bierfeld. He really made Meersma catch the ball a good 10, 12 feet away from the basket, and he tried to put the ball on the floor to make a move, and Hanlon just come in and stripped him of it. And I saw Coach for Gordon tell him, you don't want to give him the ball that far out, because now he's got to go 1, 2, 3 dribbles. Gives the defense time to come back and double down on him.
Are you concerned at all about how long it takes Salve to put a shot up with 58 seconds left? Does that matter at all?
No, I don't think so, because I think they're probing it very nicely. They're working, they're looking for the ball inside, but Gordon's doing a good job of protecting it inside. Of course, they got Meersma just sitting in there because he's not guarding Bierfeld at all. So, no, run the shot clock down. We got 30 seconds in. I would take it all the way down in maybe 5 or 6 seconds. Shot goes in, you're in great shape. It doesn't, you're still going to get the ball back because there's going to be probably another 25, 28 seconds a game. So they make it. They'll be up 3, could be up 4.
All right, let's see what Sean Foster has in mind after he called that timeout. He'll have Bielefeld, Hanlon, and Bates, along with Chris O'Keefe and Patrick Deneen.
And with the lineup that's out there, it's definitely going to be something on the perimeter. Unless they really get somebody driving strong to the hole like Hanlon, but I don't think so. I think they'll move it, look for that medium-range jump shot.
All right, Barrett Hanlon brings it across the timeline, gives it to Jeff Bielefeld in the high post. Goes to Nick Bates, fakes the 3. Working it around now, Bielefeld back to Barrett Hanlon. Shot clock has 15 on it. Hanlon out high, near the timeline, right side. Now they set it up. Oh, Hanlon trying to work away from Meersma. Goes over to the left side. I'm totally blocked. Gives it on the wing for Nick Bates. And a 3. High rebound. And coming down with it is Alex Carnes. And that's going to be a travel. He fell to the ground on the rebound. And that's going to give Salve another possession with 29 seconds to go.
Yeah, and what was there? They had 3 guys from Gordon all on the basketball. But I believe it was Bierfeld again, went in there and tried to fight for it, and he lost his footing. But they ran it down to 2 seconds, had a great shot in the corner. It just didn't fall, but they're going to get the ball up 1 with 29 seconds. Gordon's going to foul as soon as the ball comes in. They'll see it as soon as it gets into maybe Jeff Bierfeld's hands or one of the other poor foul shooters. Try to foul them, but not going to wait too long, I don't believe.
Well, the guys that are out there, Nick Bates shoots free throws at 52%. Chris O'Keefe shoots it at about 50%. Barrett Hanlon is the best free throw shooter, about 75%. Patrick Deneen's only around 65%, and he struggled at the free throw line today. So not great free throw shooters no matter who you pick on. You almost can't go wrong, except maybe for Barrett Hanlon.
Yeah, you try to keep the ball. And of course, I think that's who, Sean's going to go to try to get the ball into Hanlon because he's so quick with the ball. He's strong with it. He's actually been playing point the last couple of minutes out here, running the offense. They've been trying to run that high screen, but because of the defensive pressure of Meersma coming out, it's forced him way away from the basket as opposed to a good angle to the basket. So they're going to do something. I think Salve would probably just try to play keep away right now and force them to foul him right away and see what happens.
Barrett Hanlon has now got 22 points in the game to lead all scorers. The big man, Hans Meersma, has 20 to lead the Gordon charge. And this will be a Salve ball at their end of the court. And let's see how they handle it. Todd Murphy has gotten his thoughts across to his team. And it will be Patrick Deneen putting it in play over his own baseline near his own basket. Looking and waiting, gets it to Hanlon. Hanlon is chased by Armand. Armand is chasing Barrett Hanlon, not fouling him though. And finally, Richie Armand fouls Barrett Hanlon with 23 seconds to go.
Good job by Sean Foster getting the ball in the hand. Hanlon right off the bat because they're going to foul. They're going to foul the best free throw shooter that's on the floor right now.
23.7 seconds to go. Barrett Hanlon getting a pair right here. And let's see if he can extend that 1-point lead. First free throw is no good.
a little short, hit that front rim and spun out. So now it's just a one-possession game. If he makes this, it'll be 2. So Gordon have a good chance to come down and score, and look for them to get it all the half court and call a timeout.
And his second free throw misses. Here comes Gordon, and they'll call timeout right in front of the Gordon bench. 19 seconds to go. Salve up 70-69. And after 2 missed free throws by Barrett Hanlon, this is wide open for Gordon to try to take advantage of. Gee, do you think they'll go to the big guy?
Well, maybe. I mean, Salve's going to defend it. He's going to be down low in case the shot doesn't go in. If they work something, get him initially. But if not, look for either Park Thomas to take the shot or maybe the kid Kames, because they've been playing well. And they've gone, a lot of their offense hasn't been to just get it into the big guy. I'll give Gordon a lot of credit. I mean, he gets it after about 7-8 passes in the offense if he's open. If he's not open, they're not forcing it to him, but he would be a great option.
Well, the guy you like is also another option, Jason Dempsey. He's 6'6".
Yeah.
And he represents another angle in that down low positioning there, that if they triple team Meersma on a pass, might leave Dempsey on a little wing.
He also slashes to the basket pretty good. He made a great move early in the half, and you have to realize he's going to be going against somebody not his size, because with the lineup in there, it's only Bierfeld in there right now of the last group that was over 6'3". So you got Hanlon, you got Deneen, I forgot who else was in there at the time, 24 O'Keefe, so you don't have any size in there, so he'll have an advantage at 6'7", of taking them or posting them up. But as a team, Salve does a good job of helping when you get posted up. So should be a fun 19 seconds.
All right. Deneen, Hanlon, Bates, Bielefeld, and O'Keefe for Salve. Meersma's out there with Jason Dempsey, Sean Roach, Park Thomas, and Alex Carnes is going to put it in play in front of the scorer's table. Patrick Deneen in front of him. Carnes looking to get it to Park Thomas, and he does. Thomas pressured by Deneen, but keeps it going. 16 seconds and counting. Thomas goes over to the right side to set up the play. Guarded closely by Hanlon. They get it down low. It's Carnes spinning in the lane, missing the shot, drawing the foul, and it'll go to the line with 7 seconds remaining.
Boy, and 23 is O'Keefe. No, 23 is Bates. He's got a cut on his forehead. Got to get him out of there. He got an elbow in the forehead.
Nick Bates has a severe cut over his right eye. And he
on his head. He got hit good. I don't know where or how, but he's pretty good bleeding.
So Sean will have to come up with somebody to replace Nick.
He's a little dizzy too. He's not totally.
Yeah, right in front of us, they're applying the first aid here to Nick Bates, who is cut is bleeding badly. It's a high cut on the forehead over his right eye. Josh Hofelder will take Nick's spot.
Well, that time Gordon went down there, and they kept the big guy up at the foul line, so you couldn't double down. The play was run for Kames. Coming across, low post. He had Park Thomas out of the ball, and then he got it to him. He made a good spin move into the middle, but unfortunately, there was no one there for Salve.
First free throw is good for Alex Carnes to tie it up at 70. He's a 62% free throw shooter. Gets one more. 7 seconds remaining. Second one's on the way and good. Gordon has the lead, 71-70.
And now the shoe's on the other foot now. What do you do for Salve? Do you try to get the ball inside and draw the foul? I would say they're going to get the ball at the end line. They're going to go the length of the floor. Gordon might put a little pressure on, but right now I'd give it to Hanlon and see if he can get the ball at the opposite foul line and come down and penetrate. Try to get to the foul line and draw the foul, or dish it off and look for a jump shot from either Deneen or O'Keefe in either corner. So options galore, but they're not easy ones against the defense, because they have, as you mentioned a while ago, Salve has had to work long into the shot clock to get the shots they wanted, and this is the one key shot they need. So I'm sure Sean's got a 7 or 8 second play.
Well, Salve will put it in play at the other end of the court, and Gordon's going to apply some pressure at three-quarter court, maybe back it off to mid-court. Hofelder puts it in play to Barrett Hanlon. Brings it up court. He's there in a hurry. Goes right toward the basket. Ball knocked away by Park Thomas.
Wow, that was a quick 5 seconds, Bob. He looked like he was flying down the floor. It was only 2.7 seconds to go. There was 7.1. And the pass was thrown in the foul line. That was a quick 5, I thought.
Well, Barrett got down there in a hurry. So it'll be one more chance for Salve with less than 3 seconds to go. They'll put it in play in front of their own bench. And they won't have much time for any passing. Whoever gets that inbounds pass is going to have to take the shot, I would think.
And unlike the last time they had it on the baseline, they're not going to look now just to get it inbounds. They're going to look to run a play to get some of the shot on the inbounds pass. To look for either that screen-to-screener action where they go inside and somebody goes opposite and screens and they screen for that guy, or they'll run Hanlon to this corner where he got the ball last time on the inbounds very easily, and he could have a long jump shot to make. But without the presence of a big in the little, you can't throw a little lob inside and force it. So it's going to take either 2 passes to get it down low, or they're going to have to run something on the perimeter for one of their 3-point shooters, or if they can be inside the arc to take the shot. But be fun to see.
All right, it's a full timeout that they took over here. Salve bench just to our right. And Sean has come up with the play he wants. Todd Murphy will come up with a defense to stop it. We have, as soon as they finish with the timeout clock running out.
2.7 seconds.
2.7 it is, John. They'll put it in play underneath their basket over the baseline. Patrick Deneen will look to get it in. Chris O'Keefe is over on the left side. Barrett Hanlon is in the right side. He gets the pass back from Bielefeld, goes in the lane, puts up the jumper. No good at the buzzer. Right off the back rim. He had a good look. They worked him over to the left side of the lane and just missed it. That was about a fraction of an inch from being a game-winning basket.
Well-run play. They threw the ball into Deneen on the block, and he just gave a little handoff to Hanlon. Went across. 3 big guys went up. I'll give Gordon credit. They had hands up, but he got the shot cleanly over him and just hit the rim and rolled off. Good ball game.
It was. The final is 71-70. Gordon College comes up with a victory over Salve. That'll put Gordon now. Let's see where they are on the season. They are going to be 4-2 in the conference, and so is Salve, as they continue to bunch it up there with all kinds of teams fighting for those top spots in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. This one was decided by Alex Carnes, 2 free throws with 7 seconds to go. Barrett Hanlon's try to win it at the buzzer just missed, and I mean just missed, being a game winner. All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and do a little post-game action for you, taking a look at the final numbers to wrap things up from the Rogers Recreation Center on the campus of Salve, Regina. Stay with us on WADK and WADK.com.
Newport's information station, 1540 WADK.
Welcome to the Midtown Oyster Bar.
Before Hans Miersma scored down low for Gordon to make it 67-65. That's when Chris O'Keefe came through with a 3 with 2:15 to go to put Salve up by a point, 68-67. Back we go to Miersma down low for an easy basket that puts Gordon on top, 69-68. And with a minute 20 remaining, Patrick Deneen from the wing puts in 23 seconds left. He missed them both. And then at the other end, Gordon got to go to the line with 7 seconds left. Alex Carnes putting up both free throws to put Gordon up by a point. That led down to that last shot attempt by Hanlon. A good look, real close, but just off. And Gordon comes away 71-70 winners.
And give Gordon credit. Salve did not get any easy looks late in that game. I mean, the 2 jump shots were good shots that they made, but in that last 3 minutes, they only had those 2 shots that went in. They didn't get anything in the paint. They didn't get any penetration. Gordon did a nice job of really, and it was a big guy too, hedging out on Hanlon at the top of the key, because they would like to run him off a screen and get down the middle of the lane and then look the dish, but they made him belly way out. He was going 20 feet out on the change of directions, because Miersma was a big guy and he was out there, and they knew they could recover the BFL because Jeff, doesn't have the jump shot, so he'd have to roll, and they had plenty of help in there. But it was a good end, and it's just a shame that came down really to free throw shooting. Salve was just 16 of 27 for the game, but only 8 of 15 in the second half. They missed 7 big free throws, not just the last 2. There was some earlier in the half. There was a 1-on-1 situation. And on the other hand, Gordon only went to the line 10 times in this game. And that's a credit to Salve. They play great team defense. They help. They don't foul unnecessarily. I don't know if many of those are on the shots. A couple of rebound putbacks. But, they didn't foul the shooter. They did foul Park Thomas one time on a 3. But other than that, they defended very well. And it came down to one team making a couple of free throws and the other team not.
For the game, Gordon would go 28 of 54 from the floor for 52% shooting. Salve was 24 of 52 for 46% shooting. In the three-point department, Gordon hit 7 of 13. Salve hit 6 of their 20 from three-point range. That's not too good.
No, but they had to take some of them. But They were good ones. In the corners here, a couple. They hit them in one spot, then they went dry. But that 28 for 54. They shot the same exact in both halves. Gordon 14 for 27 both halves. So they didn't take a lot of shots. Salve outshot them by what?
They took 52 and they took 54. And Gordon
Salve took more shots than Gordon, because both teams were patient in that second half, moving the ball. 2 good teams, really, offensively and defensively. They did the things they had to do, and players stepped up at different times in the game. But a tough loss for Salve. And this is what they lose 2 this week.
Yep, they did. They lost 2 out of 3 this week.
But I'm sure both coaches are extremely pleased with the team's performance. I think Sean's disappointed they lost, but he's got to be happy with the way they played this team, the way they defended this team, the way they were able to get the shots they wanted to, except for maybe those last 2 minutes. And I'm sure Coach Murphy is pleased with his team, because Salve had played a good game, and yet they beat him here. And it's been a long time since I think Gordon won here. Was it 2000?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
I thought there was something in here about that.
I'd have to double check that.
Know.
But I know they lead the series 2017. They won 8 of the last 11. So they won both times last season, so they had to have won here last year.
Okay, I apologize.
Might have been the women's team that you were thinking. All right, we've got a few more numbers to look at, and then we'll wrap it up. So stay with us at WADK and WADK.com.
Listen live, online.
Salve, the leading scorer and leading scorer in the game, Barrett Hanlon. He was 22 points this afternoon, 9 of 14 from the floor, only 4 of 9 at the free throw stripe. 14 points for Patrick Deneen as he only took 6 shots and he hit 3 of them. He finished up with 14 points. He was 6 of 10 at the charity stripe. 13 points for Chris O'Keefe. Nice effort for Chris. 4 of 6 from the floor and 3 out of 4 from three-point range. 5 rebounds as well for Chris O'Keefe. After that, 7 points apiece for Jeff Bielefeld, who also had 11 rebounds. 7 points for Nick Bates, who took that nasty cut at the end of the game. And Josh Holfelder with 7 as well. For the Gordon Scots, leading scorer, the big man, 6'9", Hans Meersma, has 20 points. He was 10 of 14 from the floor. 12 points for Park Thomas and 10 points for Alex Carnes, and also 10 rebounds for Alex, but no points more important than those 2 free throws he hit with 7 seconds remaining. 9 points for Sean Roach. He hit 3 out of 4 from three-point range. 8 points for Jason Dempsey and 5 for Taylor Badgema. Dom Paradise also in there a while. He had 7 points as well. Some of the other numbers, rebounding. Salve out-rebounded this big Gordon team, 32-28. But Gordon won the battle in the paint, 38-27.
And it was 18-6 in the second half.
Yeah,
Salve had 21-20 in the first half. Then Gordon in the second half outscored him in the paint, 18-6.
And Gordon, who uses their bench a bit more than Salve does, got scoring from the bench 26-13, had the advantage there. 8 ties in this game, 14 lead changes in this game. That gives you a sense of how evenly matched these two teams are.
And they're both evenly matched, and like you said, they both played well. Neither team could really run away from the other one. There was no opportunity for either team to get more than that 7-point lead, and a credit to both teams. The coaching was outstanding. The end of the game situations, both teams had their opportunities, and unfortunate for Salve, but fortunate for Gordon, they had the one more point.
So Salve takes the women's game by a score of 70-52. It was closer than that score indicates. Salve wasn't able to pull away until the second half of the second half, but they did it, and they improved their conference record to 3-3. Their season mark to 5-7. Gordon now 1-5 in the conference for the women, 5-8 overall. And in the men's game, Salve losing it in the final seconds, 71-70. Both Gordon and Salve are 4-2 in the conference. Salve is 9-4 on the year, and Gordon is 6-6. So a great finish to an afternoon of basketball here at Salve Regina. Alex Carnes, 2 free throws with 7 seconds left, gives Gordon the 71-70 victory. And I think that should just about wrap it up for us, Mr. Dias.
Enjoy once again. These Saturday afternoons are fun.
We appreciate so much the help of the athletic department of Colin Sullivan here at Salve, especially the sports information department led by Ed Habershaw, and beautifully assisted by and efficiently assisted by Mary Raskob, who is just great to work with.
She is. She got us our stats.
So we appreciate their help as always, and we appreciate you listening. And Mr. Belluti was a star back in the studio to be our engineer and producer. Thanks for that. Our next broadcast, Tuesday night, high school basketball, as Middletown will host Warwick in a Division III game, 7 o'clock game time. We're on the air a bit before that, so I hope you can join us for Middletown and Warwick. Back here at Salve in 2 weeks when they're hosting Roger Williams. That's always interesting.
Local rival.
We'll have to do it without you, Mr. Dias, but it should be fun to be here.
I might put it on the computer. If it's
there you go.
We'll be on the computer then.
WADK.com.
Oh, as well as the radio. I won't get the radio down there in West Palm Beach, but Palm Beach Gardens. I don't even know where I'm going. But I will definitely have it on the computer if there's one there. All
right, we're going to wrap it up, and thank you so much for listening. Salve women win it by a score of 70-52. Salve men lose it 71-70. It's Salve Regina basketball, yours to enjoy on WADK AM 1540 and WADK.com. For John Dias, Bob Angel, thanks for being with us.